Now I'm going to share a little bit about the important dates for the coming application season. Um, let's see if we have support images. Yes. So it's important to understand that application is done in two steps if you want to study at UID. So the first one is through this national web portal, University Admissions, where then, yeah, you apply for the programs. And then the second step will be submitting a portfolio and a letter of motivation via the UID website. So it's, yeah, two steps to do this process. We'll soon start the season taking in applications from the 15th of October, and it will close in the 15th of January. So that's quite good time to package and submit the application material to us. Always done basically digitally through these portals. So what are the requirements to apply to the Masters at UID? So we would like you to prepare a portfolio. We'll go a little bit deeper into that very soon, but basically a selection of work samples that describe your work process and showcase your creativity. They should be in landscape format because we review them on a screen, so that helps us. Attention to keeping a file size low, as low as possible, so we can handle that easily on our side. And there are specific requirements on what should be included in the portfolio based on which program you're applying for. Then the letter of motivation. Yeah, we ask maximum 2 pages, A4 in PDF format, explaining to us why do you want to study in this program that you're applying for. Also, what do you want to explore? We are curious about where you position yourself, what you're curious about developing in your time here at UID. What would you like to learn? Everyone comes with a kind of base education that already taught you something, and we think that you're mature enough to define what's next and take responsibility for what's next in your studies at the master's level. So tell us, what would you like to explore in this motivation letter? And then for those who are curious about how do we select and how does that selection process looks like, we will, from these applications, shortlist 20 to 30 applicants, and then those will go to the second step, where we want to get to know you a little bit better, and that is done by a series of interviews, basically. So if you hear from us, it's a sign that we want to talk to you and find out a little bit more about you in an interview. And then a summary here of the important dates again. The season opens on the 15th. It closes on the 15th of January. There's a deadline on the 3rd of February to submit all the documentation, and if you need to pay a fee, you need to have that done by the 3rd of February. 27th of March, we announced the selection of results. And the next term starts on the 1st of September, 2025. Europeans, EU, EEA, and citizens of Switzerland don't need to pay tuition fees, and that's something that is decided on a national level in Sweden. So all citizens outside of this area are required to pay. There are some exceptions, and you should go into universityadmissions.se to find out more about these details. And now we're going to go a little bit deeper into the portfolio question. Yeah, so perhaps here my colleagues can help to define what should they consider when they're putting these portfolios together for your specific programs. Maybe started with transportation.
Absolutely. We look always at the balance between process and outcomes, and is absolutely fine if students coming from a bachelor in industrial design, they just mostly have that and they show, just for example, anything that is more close to a sculpture, just to show us the sketching abilities where they have that. But what we're really interested in just how they want to solve problems for humans. I think it's just how they show their critical thinking, because there are other aspects that we can always overcome with within the program. So the focus, I would say, is their way of thinking a lot. That's really what. And of course, if they had a strong interest in sketching as well, it's good that whatever it is, they're coming from artistic foundation. That's good that they put it into maybe an extra section in their portfolios. But the focus is about what type of problems they want to solve and how. So they're gonna get questions about it during the interview process.
Do they need to show vehicles in their portfolios?
Not necessarily. So maybe if they want to, it's good. Maybe an indication of that, but it's not the key aspect. It's not a full portfolio of vehicles. It's not gonna get you more chances, which never happens. They think, okay, I'm gonna put all vehicles. It's actually not the case. It's actually more, what are you doing with those vehicles? Any thoughts? How modularity? How show the way of thinking? How we're gonna help people move around or goods?
All right. How about interactions, Cindy?
Yeah, I would agree with that. I think it's really important to actually check the IXD admissions website and just say, because we've actually got bullet points that are quite clear on what we're looking for in the portfolio and in the motivation letter. And diversity is nice. It's also to, that kind of artistic and the design and the creative range, because actually many IXD students don't come from an interaction design bachelor's. It might be a general, it might be product design. People come from architecture, landscape architecture, art and craft. So the craftsmanship is important. It's also important to note that it is a PDF, but of course people who do have interaction type of things, that the concepts and projects that they want to put in, that's possible to put in as a link. There might be videos, photographs, sketches. A lot of bachelor students also do their work in teams. So if you're presenting a team project, we would like to see more explicitly what role you played in the team.
Right.
Sometimes I see a big, maybe a 2-page spread, and there's a lot of process, but sometimes there's something missing in the communication of what was important. And there's a lot of sketches, but maybe try to focus that narrative a little bit more. Like, how did you, what was the thinking behind? Where did you go from this, all of these interviews that you did to your insights?
Help the reader to understand what
exactly,
what were the conclusions, the choices, the decisions made
exactly.
in that process.
Yes. Make that story and a little bit clearer to those of us who are looking at your portfolio. You're not there to present it to us, so you kind of have to make the portfolio speak for you.
What would you add?
They said. No, but don't think of it that it should be neat and pretty. Sometimes something that is too polished can be a little bit frustrating. We want to see the nitty-gritty, the ugly stuff. There's always you always start somewhere with the process. Like Cindy said, talk us through it. How do you think? Don't think of it like that we want to find the best. We want to find the ones that we believe would benefit the most from coming to us, study, and live 2 years of their lives together with us up here in the far north. And the winter is not that bad. So see it like that. But so show us who you are. That's far more better. If you got it, we'll find you.